Alright, Shalom, Mike. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Sham, Ba'asham, Rakak, Wadash. I'd like to give double honors to the pastor elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elite. His teachers were in all true faith, sincerity. And yeah, today, I just want to get into a lesson on how it's nothing but evil and chaos that's coming to this place, America, which we are already in the beginning stages of it. But even as we move closer to this election, the stage has already been set that both sides are going to refuse to lose, man. You know, both sides are going to refuse to lose, and in that, it's going to be nothing but hell and chaos, man. You know, and this devil already says that what his military is going to be activated during that time because they already planning, they already got in the people's mind that it's going to be hell that's coming, man. You know, but that's the medicine for this place. Nothing but evil. That's the medicine for America. Evil, man. Matter of fact, let's start off with this. Ezekiel 7. Ezekiel 7 and 5. It says, thus says the Lord power and evil, and only evil behold is come. See, it says only evil, man. And that's where we at, man. Nothing but bad times, is coming, man. It's here. And it's just as each day go by, it gets more and more intense, man. You know why? Because continue on says, an end is calm. The end is calm. It watch for thee, behold, it is calm. See, and that's the reason why you see the turmoil on the planet Earth is getting worse and worse, man. Especially here in America, but because that's gonna be the height of Matter of fact, let's get some real quick. That's going to be the height of all the plagues, and pestilence the Lord promised that He was going to bring upon this place. It's going to actually be here. The the main event is going to be here in America, man. So this is let's see. Bear with me. Okay, yeah, this is Isaiah 47, and I start at 8. It says, well, I started at 6. It says, I will rob from my people and not polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hands. See? And that's what happened when we transgress the laws and statutes and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord, pretty much how He smote us was by the way of the so-called white man, Esau Edom, man. When we was thrown over here as cargo, being castrated, suffering all these horrific things, even to this day, this devil had did this. It said, thou didst show them no mercy. See, even upon, it's like it said, thou didst show them no mercy upon the ancient, hast thou heavily laid thy yoke. And that's what this man did. He went all in, man. It said, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. See, and that's what this devil overall says, man. By the way, this nigga has, America became a superpower fast through us, man. Through our blood, sweat, and tears, and they saying that they're gonna be a lady forever. They're not gonna suffer no type of recompense of the horrific things that they have done, man. Especially to the children of Israel, man. And also the planet Earth. It said, so that thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. And that's what this man, he don't consider that it's an end of everything, man. And guess what? We at the end of this system, this man rulership as a whole, man. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. And that's what this devil say, man, that he's, even by the way of this nigga, his form of philosophy, such as the Big Bang Theory and evolution, that he's the one that came, he was the one that came out on top. He's the species, the race that came out on top, man. and he is. That's what he's saying. But with his technology, you know, they boast in saying that the Greeks was the first civilization. You know, he boasting himself in his technology that he have now. That within this span of 200 years, how technology jumped. You know, to this state that is in now. It said knowledge shall be increased. You know, it says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Meaning, what, this nigga ain't gonna take no L's. You know, that he's not gonna ever get off his throne, man. You know, and that's what these American people think, man. You know, all the way down to the Joe Sixpack, man. You know, which they are 2-time losers, but overall they saying that they're not gonna ever lose, man. This devil got a resilient spirit on him, man. It says, but see, these two things shall come to thee in a moment and one day. See, so this is gonna come suddenly, man. You know, in a period of time. It said the loss of children and widowhood. See, so pretty much mass death, and that's gonna be way of those different ways of these people gonna get put to death, man. See, now in this modern world, it's more ways to die now, man. See, back then it was, you had a few things that it was still vast back then, that people can be put to death. But now in this so-called modern world, with modern technology, it's more ways to die, man. You know, that's what's gonna happen, man. It said they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantment. So it's going to come in its perfection and its fullness, man. See, everything's going to reach its climax, its height here in America. Because you got famine and, uproars and everything around the world. But once it get to America, that's when it's going to hit its height, man. You know? That's when it's going to hit its height, man. And that's what we're coming into, man. With everything, we in just in the beginning stages of all hell breaking loose, man. You know what? You can't just focus on one thing. It's a famine going on. It's gonna be a famine and, pestilence and mass death and, the military and World War III, race wars, class wars, food wars. See, all this is finna go down here in America, man. And I got a few articles, just to further prove that, man, we pretty much in the last stage of this devil, man, and his rulership as a whole. So I'm gonna start off with this. This is from the Guardian, and it reads: U.S. elections 2020 recipe for chaos. See, and it's been all a build up this whole year, to this, man. How everything's gonna play out. It's been, like I said, a recipe for chaos. You had these George Floyd killing, the Black Lives Matters movement, the coronavirus, the Antifa, the Proud Boys. All this has been thrown in this pot of chaos, man. And the ultimate build up, when this 2020 election goes down, because these, both sides is gonna refuse to lose, man. Even back then, when they pulled a nigga car with Obama, they didn't, they was pissed, but it got to the point where the other side was like, well, he is the president. He did get Osama, but in this time, this election right here, man, one side don't want the other side to win, and they refuse it. They refuse for the other side to win. They refuse to lose. So it says 2020 election threatens to snap a U.S. already pushed to the limit. See, so guess what? This article is already acknowledging that America is at its breaking point, man. It's on the brinks, It's already on the brink, of collapse. Which America's already collapsed. The people just haven't opened their eyes yet, man. So let me read this again. It says 2020 election threats to snap a U.S. already pushed to the limit. So it said, the evil, you see why the evil is coming, because the end is here, man, and it's watching. That's this part of the end watching for you. It's already a date everybody's looking forward to is these elections, which is on, I think it's November 3rd. That's the end watching, man. Because very well that day could be that day that all hell break loose, man. You know. Matter of fact, before I go back to this art, I just want to read this article, just the title of this, and this is from Haaretz.com, and it reads: Explain. Could the U.S. military intervene if the U.S. election devolves into chaos? See? So they already, matter of fact, I was starting to just read this first little point. He said the potential use of troops, either active duty or National Guard at the polls or in post-election arrest, has been discussed by governors and military leaders. So they are already anticipating hell to come from the results of the election, man. You know? But this is all biblical prophecy. This is just to further prove and confirm that the U.S. is at its end, man. America's at its end, and Esau Edom, so-called white man, his power structure as a whole is coming to an end. Because once you cut the head out, the whole body fall, man. Which America is the throne of the so-called white man. So once this place fall, everything else gonna fall. Why do you think the merchants of the earth, they was crying because they seen America get destroyed? Because that's the source, man. So once you cut the source off, everything else gonna wither away, man. You know? And as you see, the source is being withered. You know? So I just want to read a little bit of this article. And back the first one from the Guardian. It says it has been dubbed the election that could break America. No, this is the election that's gonna break America, man. You know, it's already been broken down. Matter of fact, let's get something real quick. Cause this place is already being broken down, man. Let's see, that's Isaiah 24. Isaiah 24 and 10. It said the city of confusion is broken down. See, all the way down to the bread and circus. You know, you got niggas playing sand toss, sandbag, throwing sandbags on ESPN. You got niggas, you know, you got commentators commentating on the video game 2K, and that's on ESPN, man. You know, the lust is passed away. You know, everything that upheld America and so-called made this place great, so to speak, everything is being broken down. It's being reduced to a lower state, man. You know, it said every house is shut up that no man may come in. See, so guess what? Nobody's coming into this place. America is not as that so-called beautiful woman as you've seen before. You know, we actually looked under the skirt and we smelt her and we seen that this woman ain't shit on all levels, man. You know? So we see America's already through, man. It's just the rest of the people, they haven't opened their eyes to see, or they haven't smelled, you know, this woman yet, man. You know, because America is this the stankiest bitch ever, man. You know, excuse my French. But it said this, let's go back to the article. He said, it has been dubbed the election that could break America, but we know America's already been broken down, man. It says on November 3rd, voters decide whether Donald Trump or Joe Biden is their next president. But this time, the stakes are even higher than the simple question of who resides in the White House. There's a widespread sense that the fate of the world's oldest constitutional democracy hangs in the balance. The U.S. has already been shaken in 2020 by the deadly coronavirus pandemic, economic collapse, and a society-wide reckoning over racism. See, these are the different plays and that the Lord has smitten America with, man. You know? See, it's been all a build-up. This whole 2020 been a build-up, you know, to show that America is not that superpower once thought, man. This place is very feeble, and this is actually getting tore up from the inside out, man. You know, the Lord is actually this place is actually being destroyed. It's being destructured. The very pillars that upheld this place is being broken down, man. You know, it's just like knocking studs out of a house. You know, you knock so many of them out of that, man, then it's gonna fall, man. You know, you starting to see the roof cave in. You know, And after a while, the whole house gonna fall. Why? Because the very pillars, those studs that kept it up, is being taken out, man. Let's read this again. It says the U.S. has already been shaken in 2020 by the deadly coronavirus pandemic, economic collapse, and a society-wide reckoning over racism. See, so this is all part of the discretion of America. This is all accommodates the discretion of America. It says now comes an election in which voter suppression, foreign interference, online disinformation, and a bitterly contested Supreme Court vacancy offer a recipe for chaos. And you see how they pointed out online disinformation by because it's really the prophets of doom, they're speaking the words of Yahweh from outside is really bringing these things into existence, man. And it just further proves that we are in the end, man. You know, and I ain't really got to read no more of this, but as you can see, the point is what we at the end of America. We at the end of this system, man. The so-called white man and his reign of terror, man. Out of all these things this nigga have done, we actually is sitting, the Lord got us, behind enemy lines, watching this nigga fall apart, man. Like I said, that's just like you see somebody, they sick, they coughing, and throwing up. Well, actually, the Lord got us set up where we inside the body and we see why this place is going is being torn up from the inside out. This is 2 Esdras 9:1. It said, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, see? And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, see? So we measuring the time. We diagnosing the times that we're in, by seeing the things that the Lord had told us in the scriptures, man. We see that America is on its deathbed. Like I said, this place is throwing up blood, eyes red, nose running. We actually see this place is on its last leg, man. We got the luxury of seeing this place, what it tells you that Sirach, Ecclesiastes 25. One thing to make a man happy is to see the fall of his enemies. And we see the so-called white man is leaning to he's walking towards destruction, man. That's why I said the end watching for these. See, they walking to the end. The end ain't finna come to you. You coming to the end. It said, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. See? So that's how we understand the times that we're in through the things that we see, man. It said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, see, and this is how the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is visiting the world. And earthquakes, that's literal, but also earth-shaking events such as the coronavirus, such as that famine, which they only talk about the famine that's still going on in Venezuela. But wait till it happens in America, which that famine, we're in the midst of a brewing famine, man. And it said uproars of the people. Then we just read that it was a social reckoning, dealing with racism. You got Black Lives Matter. You got Antifa. You got these Proud Boys. So they got All Lives Matter. So these are uproar of the people, man. And as you can see, they already is anticipating a civil unrest. When this election, whoever the results of the election is going to be unrest, man. Somebody don't want to lose, man. So you're going to see that happen, man. It said, then shalt thou well understand. See, it's being more and more clear that America's finna die, man. This so-called white man and his system as a whole, his whole power structure is finna go down. Like I said, the Lord is destroying America. You see this place is being destructured. The economy is jacked up. Nobody respects the so-called white man. I think North Korea, they got some missiles now. They got missiles that these devils, back then, they was kind of spooked, but they were like, they ain't got the technology to get it over here. Well, now they got the technology to hit America now, man. So we seeing everything is now being made clear. Oh, we actually see why, it was a poll where, these other countries they see America as the as Shalakia. pretty much they don't respect America, man. And that further proves and confirms Revelation 17 chapter where they're gonna those allies is gonna shoot missiles over here, man. But it said, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So ultimately, that lets you know it was all a build up to the destruction of America, man. At the end of the day, you had these different kingdoms come and go, such as Egypt, such as Babylon, Persian and Medes, the Greeks and Romans. But ultimately, that ultimate prophecy was talking about the destruction of America, the overthrowing of this place, Babylon the Great, man. It says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end the end is manifest, and that's what we see, man. We at the end of this thing, man. Better is the end of the thing. Why? Because this is the end of our captivity, and we know the next world to come is the kingdom of heaven, man. So yeah,